Hello! So, I actually made the trip all the way to Liverpool today. Woo! I walked past many people going, "Hey mate, calm down," and all that nonsense. No, it was actually a really nice place. There was no trouble. It was very busy, and it's probably like the hottest day of the year in Britain so far. Stupidly hot. I don't know if you've been able to tell by these videos, but I am one of the most pale people you've ever seen in your life. But now I'm a kind of horrible pinky colour. It's not very good. So I went round, and bear in mind I've never properly been to Liverpool before. I have no idea where anything is. Pardon me. I managed to stumble across a couple of shops, and yeah, I only really picked up one proper transformer. Nice to say, combiner was Bombshell. And it's just getting the legs to be a bit more balanced. All these legs can be like adjusted, but it's not like just up and down. They're like in and out and slightly angled. It's a bit fiddly. And he's got these two bits, which I don't know if you're supposed to just try and fold them under. Does that look better? Do they look better out? I don't know. Yeah, he looks pretty good. He's just, good old G1 Bombshell, but wasn't G1 Bombshell, wasn't this? Was this either clear or silver? I can't remember. He's not 100% accurate to the G1, but he's close enough. And size comparison, it's Chop Shop, which would be Shrapnel from the same line. If I had Shrapnel rather than Chop Shop, which I don't. And why is that like that? Why are they? No, they're about right. Are they? No, they're not. For some reason his legs were squiffy, but whatever. So he's actually quite small, he's quite compact, but I suppose he was always supposed to be. So, put him off to the side. But yeah, he looks alright. He's there's no real award for guessing how he transforms, because he totally does. That's exactly what you're thinking, that's what he does. It's, so yeah, should we just get into it? Go on then. So we will wiggle with the arms, because these big bits that kind of look like thrusters, fair dues, don't they? I've actually moulded that. I know you probably can't see, but I can. They kind of look like thrusters. You're supposed to be able to fly using those. Who knows? I mean, they might possibly look like tiny little thrusters on the end of the toes, but whatever. So yeah, you kind of get that, separate them, because they do tab in to each other, and it's one of those bottom top kind of things where they tab into each other. You see that? Like one goes over the other and then they tab in, but you got to get them just like turned just so, otherwise they slip and stab you under the nail and it really hurts. That could just be me though. So you separate those and you basically pull them around on what's clearly the shoulder, all the way around to there, and then these legs are basically on this piece here, which is around. Basically, the ball joint is on a longer peg, and these are fitted around that peg. So you just turn those to like the side, get them out of the way. Turn to the side, out of the way. There you go. And now, for the most obvious transformation part ever, you fold this out, turn it around, and split it. Because, you couldn't see that coming a mile off. Then you just kind of tuck these in, but I'm not sure how far you're actually supposed to tuck them in, because they seem to want to go like there. And then, depending on how far you put them in, these legs basically get in the way of the knees. So you can just about get that if you're lucky. But if it hasn't gone all the way in, you get like that, because that's catching on it. So you got to like push them in quite a way. And then it's a little bit catchy. Now are these supposed to just stick out that far? Are they like heels? Because they kind of work like heels, but you can force it a little bit more and try and push them in, but I think they're probably best off like that, to be honest. It makes the back of the legs look really hollow. Really hollow, like really hollow, yeah. Other than that, you basically just fold this back to reveal the head, and then you just bend this up a bit. And that's about your lot, really. I mean, the face, the head sculpt is really nice. It's very G1 Bombshell. I mean, I wish this flap was a bit lower down, but there's not much you can do about that. And I think... See, if you look in the back there, from the neck, there's a gap which makes it look like it's a swivel. You know, because they leave the gaps to like pop them in, like mushroom caps. But I've not been able to get it to turn, and because you've got to basically put all the weight on this piece to turn it, I don't want to try it in case I break it. So, no head swivel. Ball joint, you can fiddle with those if you really want. Waist swivel, ball joint, knee to about there, and that's about it. That's about all you got. But yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad at all. Stay there. Let's quickly get this one done. I've just transformed him into the vehicle mode. Now I'm going to transform him back again. It's typical. But yeah, so Liverpool was quite nice. It was actually quite nice. It was a lovely day for it. I mean, I'm not sure what it would have been like if it was raining. I thought, part of me thought, you know, tell you what, let's take this ugly mug to Liverpool and see if I terrify the ladies there. Maybe it's just a local thing that, you know, maybe I just horrify local girls. Maybe people in, you know, the ladies in Liverpool are a bit more open-minded. No, they were all quite terrified of me as well. Hashtag forever alone. Not that I use Twitter, because quite frankly, yeah, it's far too childish for me. And you got to be a lot more active, and I'm too lazy. You get the idea. But yeah, no, there's some very pretty ladies of various races. I'm not saying my area is whitewashed, but there's not that many. Over there in Liverpool, it is quite an international city. There's a lot of different people, a lot of things going on, tourists, all sorts of stuff, and I liked that. I thought it was good. And there's Chop Shop in remote mode, and see, this is one of those things. You get a transformation. He's got, apart from the little bits on the legs and stuff, he's got no kibble. You know, his legs are one piece, the knee, the shoulders. These funny knee things, I'm not 100% about, but they appear to be a stylish design. Even the head flap is a la the G1, so there's nothing technically wrong with it. But this, you've got off the arms, you've got these bits on the side of the legs, and you've got all this mess hanging off the back. And he's a bit taller. He just looks like a bit more of a solid robot mode. So, you know, maybe I'd like him more in these colours to suit, you know, so they'd look more like a team. But, yeah. It's just a shame, as far as I'm aware, they never made Kickback in this this line. So you could have Bombshell, Shrapnel, and Kickback. How awesome would that be? But no, they're not doing that. Because why not? So yeah, he's quite a nice little figure, to be fair. There's nothing wrong with him. He scratches the itch. If you wanted an Insecticon, he's about the right kind of size for it. He looks the part. He's pretty well articulated. I mean, some of these feels a little loose, but I only got him this afternoon, so come on, I could put a blob of what's called floor polish on this and just let it dry overnight. Not a problem at all. Yeah, he's not bad. Now, in more important news, to hijack the end of this video, I've not been able to do knockoff videos because I've basically my knockoffs have dwindled. But one of the main things I went to Liverpool about, not just to go checking out the ladies, because that didn't help me at all, to be fair. Quite depressed about that. No. I went knockoff hunting, and considering I don't know Liverpool very well, I didn't know where I was going, I did stumble across a land of pounds, because I messed up that joke before I even got to say it, because I'm an idiot. I did discover a land of pounds, and in such, I found more galaxy shifters. You remember galaxy shifters? For example, this guy. You remember these? Yeah? Well, do you remember my Bugatti Robo video? And then what was it, DC Cobra, whatever it was, that was like his brother. I did the two separate videos because I had one and then I found the other one. Yeah, Galaxy Shifters looked at those and gone, you know what? We can do that. Yeah, move aside, kids, move aside. We know what we're talking about. And so I've ended up with Galaxy shifters. Look, it's the Bugatti robot. But just for the sake of it, I know I'll have to turn the camera up a little bit. I'll move this back. These can be for scale now, right? The robot that would be inside this would probably be about that tall. The Bugatti robot itself is probably about that tall. So it's got a good inch on it, easily. Like, easily got a good inch. I thought it was lying around here, but I must have... I know it's up on the knockoff shelf I showed in the subscriber video, which was quite lame and tacky, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, I've got these, and I'll go into more about the video, and I've got 4 of them. But just for a little sample, just like, look at that. So I might quickly do this one now, after this video, and I'll try and get them both up tonight. So we're back in knockoffs. Not for very long, but, you know, if anyone knows where I can get knockoffs, again, let me know. I mean, even if it's a case of on my next day off I go back to Liverpool, now I know how, you know, I have more of an idea of where I'm going. Because this is just, I got up this morning and thought, you know what, I'm going to Liverpool, why not? If anyone knows Liverpool and goes, oh, there's this little shop, if you go down this street and you go around the back here, tell you what, I'll send you a link with a map. You show me where it is, and if it sells knockoffs, I will be your friend forevermore. One other little bit of news, I did find Forbidden Planet, which is where I actually got Bombshell from. Ooh. I got him from Forbidden Planet, and they had G2 Menasor Combiner Wars set, and Victorion Combiner Wars set. And I was so tempted to get the Menasor, because I've only got Drag Strip. You know, they didn't release him, I couldn't get him. But then I thought, A, it's £102, or £112, how much? No, I think it was 102. And I wasn't spending that kind of money. I was tempted, if I found Devastator for 100 quid, I'd have had him. But £102 for G2 paint job Menasor? No. And I don't like the G2 paint job. And then there's Victorian. And it's like, there's 2 Streetwise, there's 2 Alpha Bravos, and a Hotspot. You know what? I'm good. So I didn't bother with that either, because I'm a miserable stick in the mud. But yeah, if you get into Liverpool, I'll basically give you just explain how you get out. If you get out of the Liverpool Central Station, if you come out the front there, turn left, go past Burger King, all the rest of it, go around that corner, just basically follow it around in one big circle, and follow straight on down that road. And eventually, on the right, you will find Forbidden Planet. I mean, I was very tempted to buy a lot of things, but I only ended up spending, like, I mean, he was 11 quid, and I got 4 of these for £1. I only spent like 15 quid on, you know, toys. Considering, you know, I wanted to go out and just come back with a load of stuff. I feel a bit of a fail. Oh well. I shall call this video here, because a lot of this has just been me talking dribble, so we'll go briefly back to the subject matter. Bombshell. He's alright. We like him. Yeah, you can fold that down the back if you really want to. It doesn't look right, but, yeah, you can. I also, considering how hollow these are, I like the fact that they've actually got this detail. I feel like the G1 had this detail, but I can't remember. So, a little bit thrown at the end. So, I shall be ugly, I shall be wretched, and I shall see all of you in the next one, which I might record in a minute. Knockoffs are back! Yay! Toodles.